Grand final week, you're out of the team. You're not in the team coming into the grand final. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was the 2 weeks and the week before we jumped on the plane. We had a fitness test. Remember Stewie Cormack?
What were you out with?
I had a grade 2 hamstring. So Stuart Cormack called me because we had the meeting 2 weeks out and we've all agreed with the coaching staff, and Wirra Summer was big on it. We'll just rule you out now. And I just said, yes, let's do it because we don't want to muck around. Jamie Graham's playing good footy. Let's just put it to bed now. So on the week before we left, on the Thursday or Friday, we did a fitness test. And Wirra did a few one-on-ones with me. I've thrown it around, and the doc said to me, whatever you do, don't pick the ball up because he would just tear it again. Because I was great too. I was still bleeding.
When did you do it? It was a qualifying final.
Qualifying final against the Bulldogs, might have been.
That's a 4-week injury.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is 2 weeks after.
2 weeks
4-week
after.
injury. Yep.
So I was bleeding. I did rehab after rehab with Uncle Bill. We knew deep down inside after doing the beach walks and all that at City Beach, I just couldn't even tolerate that. So that's why I wanted to go and make that call with the coaching staff to say, look, let's just rule it out now. And then Wirra backflipped on me because he did a one-on-one with me after training. And he goes, why don't we just take you over and we make a call over in Melbourne and we do it the day before on the Friday. And for some reason I somehow got through, but I can still feel it. It's a grade 2 hammy. And the doc says to me, game day, whatever you do, don't think about it. I said, I can't. I think about this is like me not thinking that I'm Aboriginal. It's fucking there right now. And that's what happened. So I had to go into the game, and we let the heat go out. I've come on from the interchange, and the ball's going down the back line. I'll never forget it. Chicky's there, one-on-one with Mickey O, and I've got Buchanan. And the doc goes, whatever you do, Wirra, do not slide to ground. First move I do. Slide under the ground, go underneath and give it to Chicky.
I remember this.
And as I stood up, she grabbed. So Stuart Cormack, who was our run? Daniel Metropolis.
Yep.
Metro's come out and he goes, all right, well done. We need you to run with Buchanan, but he's going as a half forward, a high half forward. And I said, I can't run with him. And then he said the F word and then come back, and there was no changing then. So Wirra just said, all you have to do is stand in front of Barry Hall all day. I don't care what it takes, you have to cut him off. So that's all I could do. So I basically played in 3/4 pace and just annoyed the shit out of Barry Hall.
So you couldn't run. You did your hammy in the first play of the grand final.
Yeah. Wow. She grabbed straight away, and that's why it was taped up. So Bill Sutherland taped it as hard as he can, and he just looked at me and he goes, this is going to do sweet fuck all, but it's going to work in your head.
Strap your hammy to the back of your leg.
Yeah, and that was the hardest thing. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to convince myself I don't have a hamstring. I've got no calf muscles. I don't really need muscle. So that's what happened. So all I had to do is limp my way through it, and the worst thing was it was early in the game. So I just had to kind of hobble around.
You played that game with the number 22 written on your tape.
Oh, because mate, as you know, if you know Jamie Graham, he's one of the most beautiful people that you'll ever meet in your life. I hated taking his spot, and he gave me a big kiss and cuddle before it when he got told. But if there's one person if I wish that I couldn't take his spot, that would be Jamie Graham.
Because he played every game that year, didn't he?
He did.
Played the prelim.
He's one of our best players through the final series, but he's a gentleman. And if you know him personally, he's the last person that you want to do anything like that to. So that was... I wanted to write that down just to remind myself, and I looked at that as soon as I slid on that ground, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So did he have to sort of... I mean, obviously the coach makes the call, but did he put his hand up and say it's all good?
No, I think it was more the coaching staff pick because we have our team meeting, and then after that they kind of play their little war games to see different matchups. And in part of that process as well as was trying to push me forward just to just to get a bit of run in my legs, and that's when I knew that I shouldn't have been out there.